Greetings and salutations, fellow gamers. Lukey P here with another episode of Let's Play Supreme Ruler Ultimate with Brazil. So a little update on what's happened since last time. So we are Axis leading again. I think we'd gone neutral by the end of the last episode, but apparently our trades have deemed us Axis, even though we're still not actually allied with anyone. Our economy is, 95 million, a billion. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, ridiculous. Amazingly, our GDP is, it's up there. I'm hoping to double the population soon, though. More on that in a bit. So, what's happened since last time? Well, we've built a little bit of infrastructure around this area, some roads. Those guys I didn't think were going to turn on, so we're going to have loads of ore, aren't we? Yeah, we really don't need that many. Let's turn orbit 7 off and see what happens. So we didn't build those, by the way. I know we don't need enough ore. These were already here, they just weren't completed. They were really damaged, so I just decided to repair them. Thought they might have gone straight offline, but evidently not. What else are we doing? We're starting to build an intelligence academy up there, just because we've got so much money. We might as well do that. See if we can use some of our spies to provoke people into war. Trading is going alright again, so we're getting some good prices out of Germany and China, particularly as the largest economies. We bought a bunch of military goods off of China just to give us a nice little buffer there, because we are planning on going to war again this episode. So I'm going to attack Chile, I think. Let's just see what our... So we've got 100% more justification towards the UK, 87 towards Australia, Panama's 97, Argentina's 72. Where's Chile? Down at 64. Why aren't they higher? I like it to be higher just because it kind of helps our I think it means we take less of a relationship hit. Evidently not. Or evidently it's not high enough. Okay, we'll declare war anyway, I think, probably. What's Venezuela like with us? Venezuela. 33%, is that all? Crumbs. Okay. Well, the other thing we've done is we've loaded up some Marines on our Navy. And you can see they've still got quite a lot of oil. I'm hoping that kind of sticks. So basically we've loaded them up on these civilian cargoes, and I'm in the process of telling them to move over to here, where they will conquer New Guinea, and that will then prove a base for us. We may actually go for Australia, because they've got an army roughly the same size of us, but I'm hoping it's spread out. I am. The only danger is they're allied with the UK, and I am now actually investing in provoking this government of the East Indies, even though it's quite expensive. So it's 40 million daily, which is kind of the reason our budget deficit is still quite large, even though our construction spending has fallen. But do I really care with 95 billion? No. So yeah, this is the beauty of a strong economy. Nothing really to worry about money-wise. So let's just get our units all out. And reserve Yeah, it's going to take a while to get them all out, isn't it? Possibly one of my least favourite parts of the game, deploying units en masse. I do seem to be getting quicker at it though. Yeah, Germany are basically desperate for oil, so they're happily paying us 7 million a day, and we can even go and sell them a whole bunch as well, whenever we want pretty much, because even as much oil as they buy off us, they just can't keep it anywhere near the level they need to, because they've got such a large area and they just haven't developed oil fields, and I really don't know why. And not too dissimilar to consumer goods. 0 tons once again. I just sold an absolute load to China, which is why I don't actually a load to China and Germany. That would do 4 times the price because they've got 0. That will put our economy up a nice little bit. Okay, we've deployed all of our units there. I'm sure that would do. It's not like it's going to be a difficult war, is it? They have got 51,000 army staff with a capacity of 2 land and 1 air. This is going to be a short war, I think. My apologies in advance if the artillery barrage at the opening of this war distresses anyone's ears. You have been warned. Yeah, not quite as impressive a barrage as I was hoping for, but hey ho. You guys should move down. Germany, surprise, surprise, is back and wants more oil. Shocking. Send some subs in, see if they've got any kind of navy. In a not so shocking turn of events, they are being driven back. We have a research breakthrough, I think. I started researching. We might just put a bunch of things on backup research. So tank tech seems like something good. Jet engines does. That will probably do us for now. I should say something else which happened off camera. Is Germany conquered Iran, so I'm really surprised that they don't have more oil right now, because they just conquered one of the large oil producing areas, I thought, in Iran, but hey ho. Yeah, Germany, I mean, I'm getting concerned that we may not be able to stop them, just because they are so much bigger than everyone else at this point. Have we run out of supplies? No, we haven't. I don't know why we're not advancing. Maybe we're just waiting for something I don't know about. I would like you to go and try and cut off that there. Where's the artillery? So why have you stopped? Have you seriously run out of supplies? They have. Where's our... we have got an absolute load of troop deployment planes, which I think provide supplies. So I'd like you to all move to there. You guys all just kind of meander over that. Maybe we've advanced a tad too quick. In our attempts to cut things off. Yeah. Well, some of the units have shown up and we don't have great supply. May be putting some of our units in danger here. Let's see if we can't send in some of our mounted infantry. The enemy decide not to accept that. Fine, whatever. I sense you, Mr. AT gun, may be about to die. That's unfortunate. I think we've advanced a little bit too rapidly into enemy territory there. What we may do is just slow everyone down a bit. So what have we got there? We've got some planes. Let's see about trying to find them. This is pretty disastrous actually as an opening to a war, I'm not going to lie. So a load of our artillery has got stuck and was just kind of obliterated, which is really frustrating. Except for the fact that artillery is actually pretty easy to build. We've got some land production over here. Let's build that. 10 of them. Okay, once you've refueled, go in there. Is there some kind of... yeah, sunk that sub. This is proving to be this is why supply is so important when you go to war. I think I got a bit too cocky after my last few wars, and quite frankly I'm paying the price because I just sent my units in and thought, oh yeah, this would be easy. It's only Chile. And the supply has done for more losses than I've sustained in all of my wars so far. So I think that probably says it all really. So we'll wait for supplies to rebuild themselves around here a little bit. Let's see if we can get we have got a supply depot coming online there, so let's finish constructing that. Let's harass that unit. We got we miss it. It's got to be there somewhere. There are supply planes flying over, hopefully dropping some supplies off for some of our stranded units. Afford to push a few of these land units on now. Artillery could usefully help us attack. Let's get these. So these supply planes are proving to be really useful. I may build a bunch more of those to help us in future wars. Just trying to think where we need to I think the thing is we've got to drive basically down this coast, and it's not going to be the easiest thing to attack through. Just because yeah, Germany are very keen for oil. Let's go and see if you want to buy a load this time. So, petroleum. We have only 200,000 barrels. That's not going to see you very far. We'll just give them $1 million on top to make sure the deal gets through. We haven't traded with the USSR or the UK for a little while, so let's sell both of them. Yeah. That's the UK who are cold towards us now because of our many, many wars. Oh, no, wrong thing. Diplomatic offer. Consumer goods, let's try for 200 million worth because they have none in stock, so we will get a nice little premium, and then let's offer them that much as buffer. If we don't take out that we aren't going to manage to take out that retreating unit, are we? I sense it's going to get away from us. Germany, more petroleum. World market relations. That's nice, but yeah, whatever. This is another airfield which is very useful to us. So let's just so we want to resume construction on that and that and that. We want to scrap that. Here we want all of this construction resumed. Let's move these units down here. What I am going to do is I think I'm going to make that a little supply hub around there, so we'll probably build a couple of supply depots. Then when those guys get there they can help out with those supply depots. So we want to relocate our military all down here. We want to relocate all of our air force to there. Waiting for supplies, so we will slow up the advance there for a little bit. So we have got basically a really narrow front because Chile's a long, very narrow country, so it's a bit difficult to advance to actually just because of that. I really don't know why these supply ships don't do stuff a bit more useful. Germany back for more. Where am I at? Oh, they're over here now, so they're getting there, they're getting there. They still seem to have... I think I'm understanding that right. They've still got 6,549 units of oil out of 6,550. I mean, that just seems phenomenal. I don't really understand they've still got that much oil, having travelled around a large chunk of the world. I don't want you to start retreating back. I want you to advance, please. Here's a war worth fighting. Dude, you've flown all that way wherever you came from, Mr. Bomber. Just bomb some units, it'll be fun. Can we push on a little bit further? So what I'd love to do is to take that town. Yep. Yep. Yeah, our unit seems to be having a little bit of a freak out over their supplies. We'll wait for the supplies to catch them up. Sending in a supply ship would seem quite wise. Research breakthrough. Sustained submersibles. Nice. So we've been at war with them for a month now. I'm not sure our pontoon bridging units are going to materially impact the war. Be nice to think some of our reconnaissance. And that is an escort. Just set that with our subs. Boom. Artillery's done its job. So we don't want any of these consumer things. Scrap, scrap. Have you finished building yet? Enough that I'm going to tell you to start moving here. They basically can't get near. I think that is my. I think that's my battleship off the coast, bombing them there or hitting them from long range, which is kind of helpful. Come on you go. Stop going back to your base because it's really annoying. I want you to actually be attacking. Some trading with Germany and Italy. Not that we need the money, but why not get rid of the stuff while you can? So Germany's probably run out of consumer goods again by now. Yeah. It's probably also out of oil because we weren't trading with it because I wasn't paying attention. Quite willing to sell to us at cost, so let's they've got no consumer goods, so let's sell them some of them. SSR, because we've built up 100,000 and we don't really need that much. Hungary often buy them from us. Where's the good old UK? And China, who have run out of consumer goods. doing on petrol these days? It's an alright price, not amazing, but it's alright. UK. Barely want to give us anything for it, okay. That'll do us trading for now, back to the war. Oh, we're going to cross 100 billion this episode, I think. Maybe. Maybe. That will be our challenge, perhaps. There's no reason you all need to be in the reserves in a barracks. Off you go. And you help build that. And I think down here, unless the supply is... No, the supply's not really that decent. We probably do need a supply hub. Bothered bombing or artillery shelling units before, but there you go, can be done. Let's push on. They've decided to send in an air force. That won't last long because we've got great anti-aircraft weapons wherever they may be. What do we got here? We've got a village which we will tell to resume construction, and we've got a resume construction and a consumer goods medium which we don't need, so we will scrap that. And send you guys on. Germany wants petrol, really wants petrol. Okay, fine. Dump. And we had crossed 100 billion when I wasn't looking. Wahey! That is something we don't really need at all because we are just ridiculously rich. But it's a nice little token landmark, isn't it? A rock and a hard place. If you run from the ship bombing you, you run into a massed Brazilian army waiting to shoot you down. I really do wonder at what point these guys are going to surrender, because they've got to be realising they're toast right about now. I mean, the only thing is we haven't got to their capital, which is here. I'd hope once we get to that would be the end of it. If we take that air base our air force there, I mean that will probably finish the job. Scrap it and rebuild it. You know what? I must look at those troop supply planes, because those have been brilliant. They just fly over and all of a sudden my units start moving again. So at the moment, if I look at what I can build and look at my transport planes, I've got that, which is a transport from Germany, which has 6 tons of cargo. Let's see what else we can get from Germany. Transport. Condor. How do I actually see what is it? 60? Is that what it means? So let me have a look. So if I hover over that, it's 6. So a Condor is 60, which is quite impressive. That is 18, and you can see the difference in our build costs here. So that's 14. That's 14 million, that's 14 million, and yet this takes less time to build. Oh, it sees slightly further, that's why. 24 at 9 million. 54 at 15 million. So I think maybe we want, and that's 1,000 kilometers, that is, oh well, that's loads, and it flies pretty quick. Let's just say we want that, because it's a good plane. Let's see what the Soviets have got. Oh, they've still got bombers mainly. Yeah, okay, we don't really need to worry about them, but we are worried a bit about Blenheim. No, so the Germans have clearly got superior we'll counter that because we don't really want to sell oil, but we like the fact that the Saudis are trying to trade with us. Not oil, coal. Duh. Silly Lucy P. Oh, a sub. We should sink that. Did we sink it? I think we did. We need to send you for repairs though. I just wanted to see how efficient they were, and the messages not particularly. Mounted infantry. You should wander down to the front line with your supply truck. Did that trade go through we wanted with Germany? It did. Excellent. That will help us with our future wars. If yeah, that was our subs. Our longer range subs smashed their subs basically, which was nice. That nearly hurt us. Send you for repairs. So they have got a little bit of a navy. I mean, it's nothing I'm too... Hello, we are getting and you're off for what? Supplies, you've got 0.6, that's why. Oh, hello. We need to send these subs to kill you. got a tank. Let's solve that problem for them by sending in the Air Force. They've got a tank who's run out of supplies. I get the impression this is their equivalent of a counter-offensive, because they do just seem to be throwing units at us. Oh, we are taking a bit of a pasting. Let's send all of these back from there, because I don't want to lose our flagship. I think that was just our subs running out of supplies. What I'm trying to take is that airfield will let us deploy our air force into the middle of their base, in effect, which will not go well for them. Finland, I think we should also accept, because they've been offering us good prices for a long time. Germany, their prices aren't amazing, but we normally accept because they're a trading partner. Send in the Air Force and just bring all of you into that town. Yeah, we definitely want to resume construction on those things. This war is soon going to be over. There we go. We will annex this nation as well. And that is the end of that episode. And next time we come back, we have a civilian cargo ship with a bunch of Marines parked right off the coast of New Guinea. So that's going to happen, I think. And we may even send our new condors over there if we've got them by then, and our carrier is nearly done. Let's just see if Germany's got a better carrier. They've got a Graf Zeppelin, but I don't have military vessels 33. Why don't I have? Oh, that's under research. It's been being researched for some time, but it's getting to the end. Okay, well, that was the war with Chile. Off camera, I will tidy up the way you saw in the last episode. I probably won't do that till tomorrow because it's getting a bit late where I am now. But that was a successful war against Chile. How are our trading partners feeling? Germany loves us. USSR still doesn't like us. United Kingdom isn't that fond. China loves us. Italy is... they're not our biggest fans right now. Shame. But hey ho. Maybe we sell them a bit of oil. Might make them happier. And that is... if you heard that, that is a random police car going past my actual house. So we will wrap that episode there. We finish at over 100 billion. Our army smashed through these guys, having lost a number of units originally, mainly due to my over enthusiasm and assuming the supplies wouldn't be a problem. That's a lesson for a big war, by the way. If you forget even for a minute how important supplies are, you will find your units in enemy territory being picked off, no matter how much bigger and how much better you think you are. If your units have no supply, they are just sitting ducks waiting to be blown up by the enemy. So we will wrap that episode there. Any comments, as always, do let me know below the video. If you've liked, please do like. If you've really liked it, please do subscribe. I'm Lukey P. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.